Hi, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View. We're here to talk about a film called Final Girl. It came out in 2015, and it stars the lovely Abigail Breslin as Veronica, Alexander Ludwig as Jameson, Wes Bentley as William, and it was directed by famed photographer Tyler Shields. I picked this movie up as a blind buy at the Family Video. It's one of the movies I got from one of the 10 for 10 sales. So I picked it up for it and got this one. I know this could actually qualify for Dollar Tree Theater, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit more. So, yeah. So this one had, like I said, it has Abigail Breslin and Wes Bentley and Alexander Ludwig. I'm a huge Wes Bentley fan, so that was the reason why I got it. Also a big Abigail Breslin fan. She's done some really fine films, including Little Miss Sunshine and a terrific horror film called Haunter that came out on IFC Midnight. Of course it did, right? All right. So Final Girl is an interesting movie. Has a great premise, a little undercooked, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So the premise of Final Girl is a group of four teenage boys. They are hunting girls down, and they're picking up these girls. They're taking them out to the woods under the pretense of going to a party, and then hunting them down and killing them. Jameson, who's played by Alexander Ludwig, he's their leader. So he's the most handsome. He's the alpha male. So he gets all the girls, and then when they go out there to the area, and he leads them to hunting them down. The girls. So that they're not very nice young men, and they all have a lot of problems. We meet Veronica when she's only 5 years old. That's Abigail Breslin's character, Veronica, and she is just lost her parents, and a gentleman named William, who's played by Wes Bentley, comes in, and he talks to her, about her parents and about his wife and his kid. He asks some questions, and then he does a couple of tests, and he notices that she's highly intelligent, far above average. So he says, "How would you like to come with me and learn a lot of new things?" And of course, being 5 years old, she says, "Okay." So 5 years later, we flash forward and we see that Veronica has been trained by William, sort of like an agent in training, martial arts, psychological warfare, survival, all sorts of things. And he does a couple of he shows her how to choke out a person. See that she does it almost too well. she almost takes out William. She's very strong. She's very strong, and then we see her being put to the test by having William row her out to the woods and leaving her there barefooted 8 miles away from where they're going to be picked up at, or where William's car's at. And he tells her that if you run, you can make it before dark. And so we see that he's deadly serious about this. And then what he's doing, he's prepping her for her first mission. She's going to be going on the first mission, and the first mission is to stop these men, these young men. And one of the things one of the weapons that she has is a serum that William has concocted. It's called a TMT. It's a hallucinogen, supposed to bring out everybody's greatest fears, along with truth serum, and it's a combination of these two drugs. And in fact, Veronica is injected with this serum so she could feel what it's like, so she could feel what's going on. And we find out her greatest fear is failing this mission. She doesn't want to fail William. Of course, by this time we see that she has feelings for him, and of course he's not responding to that. Not to a 17-year-old girl, and not to a man who's still mourning his wife and his child. But it comes to the point where they are going to launch into their mission. The mission is to stop these 4 men. And Veronica, she gets in there a little bit quick. Talks to one of the killer's girlfriends. Finds out that she's on the outside. She doesn't, she feels like she's excluded. She doesn't know what's going on. Her boyfriend's distant. So she gets an idea. In fact, the girlfriend says that the boys are going to fall apart. We don't really see that aspect of it, but we definitely feel that they're all psychologically been damaged by the deeds that they have done. They have caused themselves to go off the rail. And Jameson does pick up Veronica and takes her out to the woods, and then, well, you'll have to see the movie to find that out. But I will say this: Veronica is a terrific character. I really liked this movie in the sense that I thought it was exciting. I felt like I was watching an origin movie. Like this could have been the first of something bigger. Unfortunately, while it's directed really well, the film is directed fine. I really enjoyed the performances, and I like the setting. The cinematography was really good, but the story itself, and this is strange because it was written by three writers. The story does not lend itself to the cast or the director. The story is a little bit soft. It's underwritten. The movie's only 84 minutes long. It could have definitely been used another 15 minutes to explain the background of the characters a little bit better, especially Veronica. That was my only point. It was suddenly so fast. It was like, you see Veronica doing a little bit of training, and next thing you know, now she's being thrown against these guys. Now, I don't know if this is like I said, I'm not sure if Veronica and William are on their own, and they're going around and they're going to be, taking on these cases on by themselves, or they're part of a bigger picture. It seems to me like I just can't imagine an agency really caring that much about 4 serial killers enough to put an asset against it. It just didn't really feel big enough. The fights were cool. I mean, Veronica's a great character, and Abigail Breslin plays her really well. You just feel like you're missing something here. It's not enough to not recommend the movie. I do recommend Final Girl. I think it's a fun movie, and great performances, and fine direction. But I just wish the story would have been a little bit longer and a little bit better. That was my biggest complaint. So yeah, Final Girl, highly recommend it. Actually, I mean, I do highly recommend it. It's a good movie, and I love the premise, and the acting's really good. It's just a movie that you wish they could have made a sequel to, so you could have seen what would have come next. Basically, you would have liked to seen another movie come on after this. Anyway, as far as special features go on this film, we have some outtakes. We have a little bit of commentary by Tyler Shields, and we also have making of the film. 84 minutes long. You can get this pretty much Amazon. I would think Amazon, eBay, not a problem. Cinedigm put it out as well. Highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Love the cast. What more can I say other than go watch this movie? All right. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.